video on all-in-one channel. This video is very important for the Python beginners. Without wasting time, let's get started our video. First of all, we can see what we can learn in this video, that are the data types in Python. There are many data types. First is tuple, numbers, list, set, range, strings, and dictionary. But in this video, we can talk about the numeric data type. Now, in that numeric data type, you have the four things, that are integers, float, complex number, and boolean. We can see one by one. First is, what is integer? Now, we had already learned in mathematics from 5th or 6th standard. Integers are the positive and negative whole numbers. That was a -3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, like that. But the name integers comes directly from the Latin word for whole. The set of the integers can be generated from the set of the natural number by adding 0 and the negative of the natural number. As you can see in picture, there are integer number line. In the left hand side there are negative integers, and right hand side there are positive integers. In the negative there are -3, 2, 1 and positive 1, 2, 3. At the middle there are 0, is neither positive or negative. Let's go forward. There is a second one, is a floating number. Now, what is a floating number? As a number implies floating point number are numbers that contain a floating decimal point. For example, let's see 10.25, 11.6, 1.25 and so on. That are the floating numbers. But the floating numbers are the computer recognition a real number that contain a fractions as floating point numbers. As you can see in the middle there are a point 10.25, that was a decimal point, that was related to floating number. And third one is the complex number. Now, complex number have their uses in many applications related to mathematics, and Python provides a useful tools to handle and manipulate them. In a simple word, we can also call a complex number are used to represent imaginary value. Imaginary value are denoted with j at the end of the number. As you can see, I had taken a 10 plus 5j. At the last, I had taken a j as the imaginary value. That are the complex number. And the last one is the Boolean value. Now, what are the Boolean value? In a computer science, the Boolean data types is a data types that has one of two possible values. Usually they are denoted by true and false, which is intended to represent the two truth value of logic and Boolean algebra. It is named after George Boole. As you can see the pictures of the George Boole in the screen, who first defined as algebraic system of logic in the mid-19th century. I will show you all these examples in my Jupyter notebook. So let's go to my Jupyter notebook and solve this. Alright, I'm on my computer screen. Let's open Anaconda Navigator and simply Jupyter notebook. Okay, this is the home page of Jupyter notebook. Let's go to new and Python 3. We are just taking first example of integer. We know integers have no decimal point. Like I had taken a number 10. Okay, just print out. I got an output is 10. If I had taken another number like a 25, let's print out I got an 25. If I want to check this number type, then just simply type function and parenthesis, and in that parenthesis you will just type that number value. Okay, I had taken 10. Now I got an int. Int, it stands for the integers. If I want to check the 25 type, so just type function and simply 25. I got an int function. If I had taken another example like x equals to 10 and y equals to 25, let's check out this. You can also print x and y. If I want to check 10 is an int function, we know that. And if I want to print x, then how I will print? Just go to print statement and in that just type x. I got an 10. Okay, and if I want to print y, then same technique, print and just y. Okay, I got an 25. Okay, now I want to check 10. What is the number? Just simply using type and in that type you just type the x, right? It's showing output int function. Like that you can solve many example of the integers. Next one is the floating point. We know the floating have the decimal points. We have taken a number 10.25 and just print out that. Okay, I got an output 10.25. Another number I had taken 25.12. Just taken 25.12. I got an output. If I want to check this type, like that, just a type function, and in that type function just type that value which you want to check. I want to check 10.25, which should one, it give me a floating number. That was a float number. Like that you can solve many example of float also. Just taken another example of float, x equals to, I had taken 10.23 and y equals to, I had taken 21.23. Like that I'd print out that. If I want to print y, then just simply y and insert the y. Okay, I got an output 21.23. If I want to check the value, I want to check the type, just simply type and insert the value. Like I want to check of y, I got a float, that was a decimal point. Now what is our third thing? That was a complex number. Complex number have the imaginary value. We know that. If I had taken the number 10 plus 5j, we had already seen, and let's print out this. I got an 10 plus 5j. If I want to check this type, just simply type and in that parenthesis just add that value 5 plus j, what I should get. Okay, I got a complex output because it's a complex. J is our imaginary value. Suppose I had taken 121 plus 56j. Let's print out this. I want to check type. Just type and 121 plus 56j. Let's check. I got a complex. Like that you can solve many examples. Now last one is our Boolean value. Now what is our Boolean value? We know that true or false it will be denoted. If I had taken the num equals to 5 is greater than 4, right? It will be Boolean variable. Num is our Boolean variable, right? If I want to check the type and simply num, I got an output like bool. Yeah, nice. And if I want to check, if I want to print num, so what I will should just print statement, and in that parenthesis you will just type num. You will get an output true because 5 is greater than 4. If I want to change the value of 4 to 10, then what should I give? I got an false because 10 is greater than 5. 5 is less than 10. So I got an false. Like that you can solve many examples. If you will like this video, then please share and subscribe to my channel to get more updates. Thank you.